Welcome back in. This is another edition of Tornado Watch presented by Walk-Ons. I'm your host, Chris Mangrum, and our guest today from our women's soccer team is Emilee Lane. Emilee, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you're a senior captain on this year's squad. You guys have a real family vibe despite some of the challenges that your team has faced this year. How have you guys been able to do that?
You know, genuinely, this is probably the closest team I've ever been on. If we've got issues or anything, we really sort them out at the root of the problem, and we are just able to move past those with really good communication. It's probably the best it's ever been on this team.
Really?
So it makes it a lot easier to sort things out on the field whenever we don't have things going on off the field.
Yeah.
So we are able to support each other rather than focus on negatives going on.
Well, being a captain, you'd think most of the time the captain's out there playing a lot of minutes, but you've fought through some adversity, injuries, things like that. So how difficult has it been for you being a captain in affecting the team off the field?
Right. Very difficult. Definitely struggled with it a little bit this year because I definitely expected to be on the field more.
Yeah.
But, you know, those are just those uncontrollable things. Coach Paul and Coach Bridget do a really great job of making sure that, like, all injured players are really included. You don't really get that vibe of like, oh, you're injured, you're just now cast to the side, which is really nice. And then, of course, the team is just still super supportive with that as well. Like, and also that's been the best it's ever been since I've been here when it comes to injury, of making sure that those people are still supported, because it's really hard when you're going through injury to feel left out.
Yeah.
Because obviously when you're on the field, you're making that impact. And if you're not able to be on the field making that impact, you kind of wonder, where can I make the impact? So being able to just like organize, you know, work with the team some more, be on that sideline and be supportive to the field members. Like when they come off the field and they're like, oh, I hear you yelling and all that stuff. I mean, that really helps me keep going, to keep supporting them as well, and like know that I'm not just kind of invisible now.
Yeah. Well, in talking to you and Coach a few minutes ago, I think you guys would both say the record's not what you hoped it was going to be coming into the season, but you still have an opportunity to potentially make the postseason here. But you certainly want to go out strong no matter what. What's your team's feelings as you go into this final game of the year?
The team's feelings is definitely that we have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know, record-wise definitely doesn't look good, but the KPI standings do kind of give us a chance if the pieces all fall in the right place. So we have nothing to lose whether we make it or we don't, because right now we're not in the best position. But if everything falls in the right place, all we can do is go out there and do our best. And if we win and everyone else kind of does what they need to do to make it work for us, then we might would have a chance to get into that postseason play this year.
So the conference tournament coming up for women's soccer here very soon, and there are going to be a lot of eyes on those KPI standings here over the final few games to see who exactly makes the final 9, and we won't know until all the games finish. So you can actually view the KPI standings yourself. Look at the numbers on the Conference Carolina's website as this King soccer team tries to find one of those final spots in the tournament. This has been another edition of Tornado Watch presented by Walk-Ons. For Emilee, I'm Chris. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.